What's up, everybody? This is Real Gamer News. Here tonight to talk about Bungie announcing Destiny. What's up, Tristan? How you doing tonight?
Yeah, pretty good.
Are you
Just
excited for this? This is basically like the new Halo for you, or what? What do you think?
well, we already got the new Halo, so
Yeah, well, yeah, we got Halo 4, of course, but this is like a whole new IP reveal.
it it looks similar. I'd have to definitely say that, even though it's like, a little bit different. Kind of reminds me of those Spyware games, the Star Wars ones,
What game is that?
the Knights of the Old Republic ones, and the Old Republic MMO they have out. That's kind of reminds me of that because it's basically an MMO for consoles. Even though they don't call it an MMO right now. It's like a shared world shooter is what they have the genre as.
And what's that exactly entail?
First person shooter, but it has like hubs, like where you can basically go in and talk to everyone, and basically you have to work together, I guess, to something about saving Earth. They didn't really reveal all too much. They just had, like a short little 4-minute vid doc to start out with. But you know how they always have done it. They come out with one, and they come out with one like every month. Until the launch comes out, then they come out with like one every week before the game comes out.
So
That's how they've always done it.
What do you think about the graphics so far that they showed?
I'm surprised to see them on this generation of consoles. They look really, really good. I'd have to say they look even better in Halo 4s, and that's probably definitely the best looking game out right now.
Yeah. So, speaking of the current gen systems, you're saying you're surprised to see the graphics on there looking like that. Do you think this game is gonna come out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360?
Yeah, they confirmed that it's coming out for them, but they didn't say anything about Wii U. I don't think Bungie really would plan to even release anything for Nintendo.
Why is that?
Just because they never have. They've done stuff with Sony and Microsoft, mainly Microsoft, but they've been working with Sony the past few years. They haven't said anything about Nintendo.
True.
Even though they are working with Activision, and Activision's basically a lesser person of EA, I guess you could say.
Do you think this game will come out on next gen consoles?
Possibly. It could possibly come out
What about PC?
I don't think they want to make it on PC. It said there's no plans for it to ever be on PC. Because Bungie, they like working at consoles. Everybody knows that. Ever since they've been able to do it, that's what they've done.
Sure.
And they've kind of released some on PC, but there was no Halo 3 PC, which that made a lot of people upset.
Do you think they would ever put out a 3DS or a Vita spin-off or something, or like a app game?
Well, it did show them doing in the vid doc they had the iPhones and stuff, and you can like track your stats and like even have like discussions. Like it's some like discussion hub. Like your like character in-game avatar would pop up and and you talk to people. So I think they're coming out with an app at least for iPhone, even though they'd probably release it as other phones. Because as my phone here, I got Nokia Lumia. It's Windows has got a few apps right now, not as much as Apple, but maybe by the time this game would come out, it would. It just kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it would make sense if it was just for Apple, because they're the original.
Because that's where Marathon was created in Halo.
Yeah.
And the old Mac machines before Microsoft bought them.
Yep. When Steve Jobs announced Halo back in 2000, and a year later, it's like, oh no, Microsoft's doing it. Can't get it on Mac till 2003.
So, what is it like for this MMO type of quality features? How is that going to work into itself? I heard it's like single player and multiplayer together at once or something.
Yeah, it's like you and like your group of friends, like basically they want to encourage you. It's like mythical, but like futuristic at the same time. I guess the best way I could say just like, kind of like Final Fantasy 13, how it's like futuristic, but still like got that mythic feeling. But except it's gonna be like more personal. It's like you and some friends like go out in the world or across the stars. It's making it sound like you could customize your own starship and go to other worlds and stuff. And like, cause like all the humans that are left, they don't know what happened. Is basically what the story is. And then of course there's some aliens that look similar to like some Lost Planets type stuff. And of course there's some aliens that look like a mixture of elites and the alien off of the movie Aliens, But it's like you and your friends kind of go on a journey is basically what they're making it sound like. I guess like you can go for the people, like do quests together, and it like I don't necessarily how it'll impact everything. Like they want to make it big time like single player but multiplayer at the same time. So I don't know if it'll be like you and your friends' personal story, like you could like carry through like the campaign type thing, would it last for a long time? Or if it's just like the entire like community in general like works towards a goal, but like you work with your own group of people, Because I know that's how a lot of MMOs work, like WoW, even though I've never even played that, but I heard that's kind of how that works.
What do you think about Bungie's history with making games?
They have a good track record, so even though they usually kind of use the same ideas a little bit every single time, but that's kind of how developers are supposed to be. As long as they, change the formula up every franchise and every game like we've seen them do.
Make it more efficient, make it more original.
Yeah, the most original they can. Even though a lot of people, there's still some stuff about how they just said Halo 3 was just basically Halo 2 with better graphics, but I don't necessarily agree with that because it did have some differences, but it's the core gameplay. It's not like, Call of Duty, where I could play all of them and be this exact same skill level on all of them.
What other news came out for Bungie today?
All what was revealed was Destiny and its designated launch area, fall 2013, possibly even closer to the winter. They get a lot of sales out of that, of course, but nothing really much else. Like nothing about them doing anything with Nintendo. It's just strictly Sony and Microsoft because you already know they're gonna make stuff for Microsoft still, even though they're pushing more towards Sony because they like. Pretty sure their Aerospace app where people can upload their independent games, I believe, is what that is. They have a couple out. It interacts with Facebook and stuff like that. So I know Sony's big in the aerospace, but Microsoft just kind of wants their games, because Microsoft paid them a bunch of money so they can get Halo. And I agree with that, even though it still was kind of weird how that happened because it was a little unexpected.
Alright everybody, thanks for checking us out. Make sure to check out realgamernews.com for all your next gen gaming news and everything. Bungie's Destiny, be on the lookout for that. It's coming out fall.